Ah! I'm driving. No, I'm not driving. Actually, I have to go to a client in about an hour or so. But you know what? Um, our ref show that we did was just actually, to tell you the truth, it was one of the best shows we've done as far as viewers and or comments and feedback until you guys got knocked out by the kids show. So basically, you guys were at like 1.5 watch. What was it? Views? Like 1,500 views, low end, and then the kids came in at 1,500, almost 1,600 views. So they kind of knocked you off the mantle, but it let us know two things. The community likes refs and the community likes kids. So when we were doing our ref show, Dave Patton and I were chatting, and he says, can we do like a law show? I said, great idea. I said, the only problem is that we should wait like 2 weeks, because if we did another ref show after that ref show, we want to kind of like build an audience and, give you guys the best that we possibly can. So we did. We waited, and we said, okay, let's do this thing. And I said, let's do this thing. So I'm really looking forward to having you guys meet these cool cats. You met a couple of them actually when we did the ref show. But, sometimes people can get like clustered in with everybody else and not realize that there was like this actual group of referees, professional referees. And actually what they did is they would go around to, the different games and get hired, and they were called Solstice Law or the Law or Breaking the Law. We're going to find out. The Law. These guys, basically what they do is they're hired referees. And I know we had so many referees on, and they were talking about so many different issues and everything. I want to shine a light on this group right now because they're just really cool cats. I've known Dave for a while, and he's just, you guys listen. We all know that a game is a game, but without the referees, come on. No one wipes, no one cheats. Come on. Why do we need referees? That's very funny, right? All right. So I'm using my camera on my laptop. You can see I'm using the real sun filter. Look, it's coming through my window. Ooh, I look angelic. All right, let's do this.
Angelic.
Hey. Do I look angelic? Yes.
Absolutely.
Hey, Cole. Oh, look at Cole has got the serious microphone. Are you doing podcasts, Cole?
I've done podcasts in the past, or my own. So,
dude, you're rocking it. What do you call that one? Is that the Yeti?
Yeah, this is the Blue Yeti.
The Blue Yeti. I know. Hey, I did my homework. I was I looked all over for different kind of microphones, and the Yeti's pretty good, right?
Yeah, no, for its price point, it's actually really good. You can you got the gain and all different options on it, and then it just gets better. It's a really good starting point. So I
agree. I think the blue makes it sound better too.
Yeah, no doubt.
It's like a sexy radio voice.
Yeah, it's got a sexy radio voice. It's like when you guys, when you wash your car, how it goes faster. That whole thing is like, yeah, exactly. All right. So you two in the middle have to decide if you're going to get to know each other better or if you're going to spread out. Because if you spread out, then we don't have to see you at all. But if you guys kind of like move in or something, there you go.
There you go.
All right. Then we can see both of you.
I'm going to see one of you on the lap.
Yeah, exactly. All right. We'll do a puppet show. A puppet show. Okay. So here's the deal. We're expecting, 2 more?
When they can figure out what they're doing. Yeah. They're
Nice.
just getting
Okay,
some
cool.
last little technical things together. You know how that goes.
So, do we have to start the show over again when they get in?
No,
No.
Okay, all right.
we're
Okay.
all law. We're all law.
All right.
We're good.
Because my jokes only work the first time. You know what I'm saying? When you don't like to retell jokes, it doesn't work. All right. So let's introduce you guys first. All right. So we've got Patton, and how do you say your name?
Nade.
Nade.
Like Nade, but forget the GR. It's just
What's-
Nade.
What? Okay. Is it like knife that we don't need the K? Or what? Okay.
Basically.
Exactly. Okay. Good. All right. So it's Patton, Nade, and Cole. I got it. All right. Cool. Patton, let's start with you. Tell us who you are.
John Day Patton, rep with Solstice Law, and been the chief operations officer for a little while now. Used to work up at Skirmish doing Ion and all the other big games up there, and I run a local field down in Harrisburg, Pennsylvania.
Nice. Very cool. I like it. And Knife, Knade, Knode. What are we going with?
So my last name is Nade. You guys, almost all of you know me as Butterballs. I started with Solstice about 7 years ago, and it just became my thing. It's how I get to see all of my friends.
Nice.
With Solstice, I handle most of the media, social media, videos. Cole helps me with podcasts and all of that. He's really in charge of that part. But we're all trying to keep this rolling.
All right, cool. Well, that's all the time we have. Okay, I'm sorry.
All right.
Fair
Bye,
enough.
Cole. See you, Cole. All right, hang on a second.
Yeah.
Hang on a second. Cole, don't introduce yourself yet because we've got Nappy.
Mr.
Oh,
Nappy.
Nappy.
Yes, fantastic.
Oh, look,
Hey!
he's making he's making an entrance. He's like,
Yes, I am.
do you need some like music to go along with your flow when you're like making the entrance? It's like, all right. So hang on a second, Nappy. We're just introducing Cole. Cole, tell us who you are.
So I'm Cole. I've been I first started with law back in its early iteration back in about 05, 06. I am now what we call the El Presidente of law. I help run it all and everything like that, and keep these keep these jokers in line and kind of try and keep
Nice.
things focused and everything like that. So
I like it. What? Well, hang on a second. Wait.
Jeez,
wait.
Nappy.
Shh, shh, don't say anything. Don't say anything. Pretend your microphone. Pretend your microphones don't work. Okay. Pretend your mic and just move your mouth. Just move your mouth. Let's see what happens when he gets back.
Look at that beautiful wall. Come on, guns in.
He does have a good looking.
Yeah, I know. I was getting double fed. I was hearing it like loop twice, so
So you heard us.
I heard you just more times than I really needed to.
So you're not in on the joke. Okay, cool. All right. Okay. So King Nappy, are we almost ready for you to sit on your throne? What are you doing, man? What are you doing? Okay, are we good to go?
Yes.
I don't have to start over again, right? No, okay, I got it. Okay. All right,
Keep it rolling.
So, all right, cool. So, Nappy, tell us who you are.
Well, I'm Adam. Most people know me as Nappy, which is my last name. I've been working with Cousins Paintball for many years, about 20 years. Just on and off reffing anymore, but I used to be all the time when I was younger, and I play with the Master Blasters at the moment. Not one of their big time players or guys running big tournaments, but I play a lot of like the big games and stuff. And then, with the Solstice guys, since I've been reffing for a while, it's, they kind of suck me into it.
What he didn't tell you is that he's our vice president.
Yeah.
That too. Yes.
Oh, thank
He's
you.
too humble. Yeah.
Thank you for filling us in on a show that's supposed to be dedicated to the law. Yes, thank you very much. All right, nice. Okay, good. All right. It looks like Rasta is at a barbecue. Hang on a second. What do we got, Rasta? Are you at a barbecue? Where are you at?
Oh no, there he goes.
Oh, all right.
Just a second.
What happened?
Okay.
Oh, he'll be back.
All right. Well, we'll come back. Hang on a
He's
second.
at least persistent.
Let me just do this. Hang on a second. I'm putting banned from studio. No, I'm joking. All right. Okay. But as soon as he pops back up in the green room, I'll bring him back up. Okay, you guys. So tell me what this is.
So that is a logo that we brought up about a year ago. just kind of bringing something fresh to the table as one of our newer logos.
We mostly use it for like social media banners and stuff like that, like on Facebook and YouTube and things like that. That's like, as you can see behind me, like our jerseys are like this.
Right, I
in
see
fact,
that.
Nappy's wearing one. So like we kind of, instead of having regular ref stripes, we have skulls. So when a new player finishes, a new prospect player, which they have to do 3 events to be able to join the full roster, they don't earn their stripes, they earn their skulls. So that's kind of our thing.
I like it.
So.
It's
Yeah,
cool.
it gave it a neat little twist.
There's
The
a
reason-
there's
the
a
reason
little
I'm
history to that. Like referees in general, you earn your stripes when you first come out and ref everybody. Like, you know, you kind of like wear like a orange penny or something like that signifies you're newer to it. And then when you earn it, you get a jersey from, you know, either you get a jersey handed down to you, or you know, you can go buy one and wear like a ref jersey now. Like, it's a culture thing, I guess, for us weird
Okay.
people.
I like it. Okay, so the reason I'm asking is because I'm very big into, like, you know, branding, social media marketing, all that kind of stuff. And when I saw you guys, what I'm seeing behind you are on Patton and Nappy, Naki, whatever. I'm gonna call you Roly Poly. What's your name? Buttery Boy. What they call you?
Butterball.
You're Butterball, right? Is that
Yeah.
your actual? That's okay. So that's what I'm used to seeing when I think of Law. And when I saw the other logo, it looked different. That's what I'm saying. Was it like a different kind of branding you guys were going for, or?
It was just something a little more streamlined, less
Okay.
busy for a social media banner.
I like it.
So it still incorporated the skulls and,
Right.
and the star and the Marshall star. So
Nice.
it got everything, and it was just, instead of having like a busy banner or something kind of annoying, it just cleans it up.
Nice. So our comments came back. I don't know if you guys knew that there was a problem with Facebook and their comments, and all of a sudden they started saying, well, we're going to do this again. So our comments came back, and I'm going to just pop up some here. Do you know any of these people?
Oh
Yeah.
Absolutely.
I love
These
you.
are all these are your fans here. Hang on a second.
Waldo, Firefly,
yeah, no.
Great supporters, I would say.
all those guys, One Eye,
Absolutely.
One.
Up One
One
Eye,
eye.
Yes.
One eye. Oh my
Bob
God.
is One Eye.
Here's we got someone from Mexico. Hello, Mexico. There we go. Okay,
Yeah,
cool. And
Happy
now,
Cinco de Mayo.
Get me
Yeah.
down to Mexico. I want to rep paintball down there. You guys are crazy. You're
Yeah,
my
they
Yeah.
are.
dude, I'm telling you,
Absolutely.
they are crazy but fun. All right, let's do. Rasta has. It looks like Rasta's having a problem with his.
Oh no, that's not good.
That's too bad. All right, so I'm gonna try to bring him in when we can. That's cool. Okay, so when did we start the law? When did this thing come about?
Oh boy.
So Law, it's had a few iterations, like I mentioned before, and it started around 04, 05, around that time, and it was mostly referees from Skirmish USA, which majority of us, not the majority, but several of us have had experience at. They got together and wanted to ref events at other fields as well. And with Skirmish, you know, they had a big game, like, you know, the couple thousand player
Right.
events there. So they had that experience and they brought it to other fields. So that's about when it started. It was started by Patrick Winter Dunnigan and Nix and my brother Robbie and a few others as well. Jake Golick and there's a few names I'm missing, but
That's cool.
so it, you know, it wasn't very many events at the time. It's kind of, like I said, it's been in a few iterations. There was a few times of like just a long break. But then this iteration right now has been going strong since about 2015, constantly. So it's been a wild ride seeing it grow over the past 15 years or so.
Congratulations on that. Hold on one second.
Rockstar.
Dude, listen, I don't know what to do. I mean, he keeps on, like, I don't know if he's turning off his light, or, I mean, tell him if he's watching that, you take the red and just grab it like this. You know, the ones with the two white knobs like this, just shake it up like this, and sometimes it works better. So I don't know what he's using, but his Etch a Sketch is apparently not working. So I don't know. So hopefully we'll get him back in. Okay, cool. So why was there a need? I mean, listen, if you think about refs, right? The average Joe, hopefully thinks about them better now that we did our show about all the refs. But I'm saying the average Joe, they go to play, you're like these things in the background, right? The
Cole,
only
you
time
mind if I jump in on this one?
hang on a second. The only time you guys pop in is when like someone gets hit or whatever else, then people yell at you, like that kind of thing. It's an interesting thing because a concept is like the concept's a great idea. What you guys created, format is fantastic. But again, for the average Joe, they pay their money, they play the game, and they don't even thank the refs, right? Nobody goes on stage and says, hey, thank you, refs, that kind of stuff. You guys are just like, you do your job, and you're like the janitors in the back. You're just like that, right? Okay, cool. I don't like that. But the average Joe doesn't know that actually, I mean, the shit that you guys have to go through, you're usually there before, you're beat up during, and then you stay after. And then what thanks do you get? Well, maybe you get paid. I don't know. Maybe you get some cold pizza. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, it's like, there's a whole, oh, fuck you. Anyway.
Sorry, I tried.
Don't you have a mute button?
I didn't know you could hear that.
Dude, you need a mute button on that thing of your can of yours. Anyway. Hey, I was on a roll. I was waxing poetically. I was waxing poetically about the referees, and all of a sudden I hear, nice.
President, thank you.
Great job. Maybe we should start the show over again. All right. Anyway, so anyway, what happened is that somebody came along. Because there's no referee union, there's nothing like that, and somebody came along and said, hey, maybe we should do a coalition or a company or something like that. So my question is, just so that the regular Joes out there can really appreciate what you guys are coming from, was it made from the heart? Was it made to be a financial thing? Was it made as a business? Because you're saying you have vice presidents and presidents. What's the concept here?
Nappy?
Yeah. Okay. No, I just didn't want to overstep you because I'm getting a slight delay, but I think it really came from the heart at the beginning. Most of us, one thing that sets our group apart a little bit different is some fields have a smaller staff. Not many fields besides a handful of the very large ones can handle like hundreds of people, even 1,000 plus. So when you start to go around and play different places, like I've played all over the place, a lot of these guys have played many different fields. We weren't just like, oh, it's summertime, I'm going to go grab a high school job. Ref and paintball sounds neat. It's something that we were all doing for a while, and being on the other side of the fence and knowing all the rules and then seeing fields actually need help. You got right. 5 or 6 kids that are 17 years old. You got one person that's 20 and the guy that owns the field, and 500 people walk in. It's intimidating to people that have never handled groups like that. It's also hard on a field because you have your field operations and then you have your like business operations, throwing out garbage, cleaning a bathroom, handing out paint. It's hard to be in 4 places at once. So one of the things we thought was it'd be really nice to see stuff like out on the field, so a field can really take care of their business side, worry about that overflowing garbage can, worry about that dirty bathroom. Whereas we can worry about all the players because we're used to not only the game and playing it, we've also dealt with reffing it, and we never want to overstep any staff at a field ever. Financial wise, it really, for the couple bucks it's nicer just to be there in the environment. And it never really, we kind of bounced around the idea of a business, but there's not much business in it. It's more of an organization. Okay. We come from all different walks. So you got guys that are really good with tournaments and didn't do so much with big games, but they really wanted to learn it. And then you got somebody like me and, 20 years of just being around the industry and a couple different teams and knowing some bigger players and, being on, the behind the desk side of some sales things. And then you have guys that, handled lots of private groups and parties and big stuff. That's why some of the skirmish refs were great because they already came in knowing big groups. But then you had some of the guys that came in knowing the tournaments. And it was a good mix mash of knowledge that rather than I don't want anyone to know what I know, we all sat down together and said, hey, tell me what you know about what you know. Nice. It just made the field experience better. It made us versatile, and it allowed us to be put on different places. And I like what you said about people not thanking the refs, because I can remember a time where, we were very background. And I can assure you, this is like the Series 1 style jersey. We have a newer one. It's even more brighter and obnoxious and full of skulls than the last ones. And I noticed that once we started looking very uniform, everybody started recognizing us not so much as, oh, hey, you're the ref. It was, hey, you're the Solstice guys. Awesome.
Nice.
They knew it came with a certain something on a game, organization, as fair calls as we can possibly make. I mean, I only have two eyes and I can only see in so many directions.
Right.
I've made mistakes. Everybody has. I try to do the best I can, as everyone does. And then we try to adapt to situations. You know, sometimes, hey, the weather was crummy and instead of 500 people, you have 200 people. Or sometimes, oh my God, there's another 300 walk-ons. So we try to be adaptive to that kind of stuff. But the main thing is we get recognized for who we are now. And then we're starting to see that, hey, thanks for doing that.
Nice.
But then it's also bouncing down. I'm seeing more people thanking actual field staff too as well. I've noticed that over the years, and
Nice.
it's actually nice that more refs, more places are getting more recognition. So I think it's really coming from a better place than just like we want to fly around the country and make a ton of money. You know, nobody's getting rich at paintball, honestly.
We're certainly not in it for the money. We're the people we look for the team have the love for the sport that runs
Nice.
deep.
Yeah.
We want to help improve it. We want to cut down on the cheating as much as possible. We want people to have fun. And even if they don't say thank you at the end of the day, but I can see the smile on their face because things went well, then I'm happy, and that's all that really matters to me. And the thing I believe that makes us great is that we have so many different refs from different fields, so they may have seen things from different perspectives and everything like that, or done things in a different way, and we all come together and make it better. We say, okay, maybe this worked, but this didn't, so let's do this. That's the way we did it over here, and stuff like that. And we've had a little bit in the past. People were worried that we were poaching their referees, and that was never the case. We look at it as, no, we think this ref you have at your field is damn good. We want them to represent your field on a larger scale. So we like to be inclusive with that and everything. So
I like it, dude. Butterball, are we gonna kick you off the show? Or are you gonna say anything?
I'm sorry. I was just listening to Cole and Nap talk about this.
I'm just joking. What do you guys, Pat, Dave, and Butterball? What do you guys think?
They really knocked it out of the park with everything. It's never been about anything financial with this. We really love what we do, and we really just want to make paintball happen in the best possible way.
Nice.
We bring a sense of continuity between games, especially when it comes to how calls are being made, because we're reffing the Super Game series and we're reffing the Legends series. There's that continuity and trust from the players in the refs to make calls and making sure they're fair.
Yeah.
It's also a great way to see all my friends that I've met along the way. I mean, we've traveled very far to many great places, and I've met some amazing people on my journey with this.
Nice. Dave?
So, I've been playing since I was 8 years old, and I lived 5 minutes away from Skirmish. I got to see the biggest games in the world before I could appreciate what was going on. I got to start reffing there super early. Like Nappy had mentioned, I got to start reffing with another ref with me, and then do the big games, 4,000 people on the same field. So from a young age, I got to be a part of that. And as I got older and I went off to college, a couple of my guys, Mikey DeCole, who's not on tonight, he brought me into Solstice and everything like that because I just wanted to see the most amount of paintball I could possibly see. It was something I've always been, I just always loved, and really just is so ingrained as a part of me that I don't know what I'd do if I wasn't reffing paintball.
Wow.
So then he brings me to Solstice, and I get to apply what I love as a passion and I'm good at, and get to go around and do that with other people. I'm going to put everything I got into that. Absolutely.
Nice.
I'm young and don't have any kids, so let me go ahead and travel as best as I can and get everybody else involved with this too.
I agree. Well, here's the thing, you guys. Let me just bring up a picture here. when I saw this, when I first started playing 2008, I didn't. The refs at the park that I was at playing at, like yesterday they were saying, "Do you want fries with that?" And then today they're like, today they're reffing. And so we didn't even care about refs. And the park that I started at, Hollywood Sports, back in the day, it was kind of more like a gladiator event. You just signed the waiver and they threw you in, and that was it, right? So we didn't even. There was no refs. It was just like whatever. So I didn't really care. When I started my league in the end of 2008, everybody said, if you want to make it legitimate, you need to get like legitimate refs. Yep. And I said, wait a minute, what's wrong with these guys here? And they said, your league's going to fail. You need to get legitimate refs. I go, okay. So that was the NPPL at the time. And I contacted the guys. They said, yeah, we'll come in. We'll do it. This is how much we're going to charge. Fine. So now when I play and I see things like this, right? This stuff is extremely important to me because I know that it's their business. Their butts are on the line too. If there's a bad call and there's cameras and everything like that, their butts are on the line. And so and especially at that level, when it's like tournament kind of thing, when you guys come in, you guys are also bringing, like you said, with your uniforms, everything is uniform. You're bringing that legitimacy, and people go, wow, those are the refs, we respect them kind of thing. Some refs are not respected because they're like on their phone, they're texting, they're doing whatever they're doing, right? Mm-hmm. That's not happening with you guys. No, you guys are coming in and you're doing your work. And so I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
If you see us on our phone on the fields because we had a communication breakdown with our radios and we're just trying to get it, or we need to supersede the radio and be like, no, I need direct contact. That's the only time. So
all right, cool. All right, well, listen. Save that just between us, right? Okay.
Yeah, right.
Sure. So listen, Nappy just informed me that he's sending a picture of himself in the mail, and maybe it'll come in sometime. Nappy, he's in the green room, he disappears. He's in the green room, he disappears.
Oh, Rasta. Nappy's right here.
Nappy,
I'm still
Rasta is just like, it's not happening.
That's weird.
It is weird.
It's too bad. All right, maybe.
So for your sake, the guy that's trying to get in right now, here's our one of our guys to help us run law. He's down in DC. And he's been trying to get a paintball field in DC proper, Washington DC proper, for the longest time. And but he brings quite a few years of experience from a different perspective as well as on our team. So he's our financial guy to help out with that.
So Ross, if you're watching, maybe adjust the aluminum foil hat you're wearing, and maybe it's like maybe that's the problem. It's not coming in or something. I got no idea. Listen, buddy. Listen. As soon as you pop in, I'm in. I'm throwing you on the screen, but. There's nobody. Help me out, please. Help me. All right, cool. All right. So listen, Lead Farmer from Canada.
Lead Farmer.
He's got this interesting thing. They should be tipped. Maybe the players should be tipped. What about that?
To be honest with you, if I was ever to get tipped at an event, I would find whatever communal way I can return it back to the event. If that's something like, if I could get a tip and it was going towards the whole team, right? We'd turn around and probably go to something that would end up being raffled off to a kid or something like that at the end of the event. One of the big things, you started it off, and it's funny because it's one of our big things, is the younger ballers are everything. If they can win something, they tend to win it. If I can throw prizes out, I'm throwing them low as best as I can. I want them to get to the kids because, let's face it, there's no reason not to. The kids, they're the future of all of it.
Right.
They need to have a good time. They should have a positive, memory of it from an early age and get them hooked right away. So,
okay, but listen,
it turn right back into the community.
Okay, listen. I'm not talking about some rich dude coming up and slipping some money in your pocket and going, good job, man, good job. I'm talking maybe when people register, there's like a jar or something, and people can put an extra $1 in for the referees, that kind of thing.
I'd have to agree with Dave there, Pat, in there. I would do the same thing even with that.
I think any extra money we got before, like if we did get something where somebody said, hey, you did a good job, it went towards radio equipment or lenses, because our stuff does take quite a beating. But I don't think anything's ever ended up in anyone's pocket. No. you know,
Okay.
or raffle tickets and then hand them out, stuff like that.
Right. Okay. Listen, I'm cool 100%. The problem is that a lot of people don't realize that you guys, like the photographers, are paying for all your shit, right?
Yeah.
This is all of your stuff. Like, I'm the average Joe when I'm playing and I get beat up and whatever, I go home and you're the average Joe times 25. You've got so many more games to play with your goggles. You know what I'm saying? And again, I do appreciate it, but I would like to see you guys compensated somehow.
You know, it's funny you say that. So we were able to get new radios for our season, and you know, we have some other things that we're looking towards. But honestly, I think if there was going to be any kind of compensation like that, I would more go for hard goods versus cash or anything like that. You know, if you have extra JT lenses or some other lenses that one of my guys can use. Yeah, that okay, absolutely. That's a different story. Maybe I could we could go with something like that.
Okay.
Cash itself, I think, you know, it's just that, I don't know, the prideful thing, I guess, on all of our
That's
parts.
cool.
That's cool. It's one thing if we're working on our local fields and we get tipped.
Oh,
like that's a little different. But if we're at an event, there's really no need to.
I hang out as much as everybody else does. We just happen to be doing it different.
Yeah.
We're working instead.
And even when you're at your local field, please, those are the guys that need it.
Tip your
local
right.
The tipping referee, your local referee that you go out that weekend to play. It's not a big event. Those are the guys you need to take care of, because their enjoyment in this is money, because that's their job. That's what they're choosing to do instead of going out and playing paintball.
Right.
Every one of my good referees that I've ever had or worked with started out as a good local ref that was found like a diamond in the rough. Like,
nice.
So convincing them to stay by any means necessary. Yeah, do that to them. Absolutely. The 15-year-old kid, throw him a 20. If you can't throw him a 20, throw him $1, because when you throw him $1 or any kind of like slippage or something like that, other people are going to see it. And if the kid walks away with an extra $20, he's 15 years old. An extra $20 will get a long ways at that point.
It is. At the parks that I play, like my local park, Hollywood Sports here, they have private parties. Yep. And a lot of times they take the refs for granted. They don't realize that, I mean, it's not the kind of refs you guys are, but it's still, to me.
Still. Mm-hmm. I ref every weekend at my local field.
But on the private parties, I'm always like, sometimes they'll bring me in at a private party because I'm all looking like Reaper, and they go, hey, can we play against you? And I start talking with the families and stuff. I go, hey, you guys, make sure you tip the refs, because it's like, really important. These guys are working minimum wage. We didn't think about that. You're right. It's like, it's Billy's birthday party. Yep. And so I'm always constantly thinking about you guys. I'm thinking about like, hey, you guys are putting in a lot of time and energy. You're beating up your clothes. You're beating up your gear and that kind of stuff. And again, listen, if you don't want the tips, that's cool. And if you can maybe work out something where maybe the young gun gets, that's fine. But I do really think that you guys, you have to tell me, when you guys go to a big game, when there's like a big event, whether, Fold Gap or whatever the situation is, are they bringing the law in plus 10,000 other refs? Or, I mean, are you basically in charge of bringing in the other refs because you're the law and we handle this, we'll get the other refs? How does it work?
So it's actually interesting you asked that. Will be a little bit more long-winded of an answer than I think you expected.
I don't mind. I'm not going anywhere.
Every event's different. Every single producer is different. Everybody I work with is different. So my main job is, that's what I do, is I network. I get in touch with the field owners, and I'm the guy that tries to get us or bid us our contracts and stuff like that, for lack of a better term.
Okay.
Get our name out to the owners, like, hey, I can do this, blah, blah, blah. So I can say from personal experience, it is a constant battle, because what I want to do specifically is I want to make it easier on everybody. I know I have a network of referees that I can bring you. I know they're all really good at what they can do. All I need you to do is just trust that and tell me how many you want me to bring, and exactly how far what you want them to do. If you want them to do missions, we can do that. You want them to I just need to know ahead of time what you're expecting out of them. I'll bring you those right guys. As could be expected out of small business owners, everybody wants to do it their way.
Right.
Everybody, we have to also be adaptable on that end too. Some are like, for Living Legends, working with Hanu, we went through a trial period with him as well last year. It went from being all of directly CPX guys and people he knew that he networked with that were good referees, and a mixture of like guys that worked at Blast Camp, Discipline Lords, a couple other like names that are out there. And we started taking more and more over it to now where it's just all law. I bring in everybody for it.
Nice.
All of the events.
Okay. That's cool.
Super Game is a different one. Super Game, I bring out 5 to 10 depending on which one it is. Like we're flying out for Super Game Oregon, and I'm bringing a couple of my other guys with me. Actually, Cole's going, Butterball's going, and we have 2 of our other guys going as well. For that, the 5 of us will come out, and they have a bunch of local reps that are trained by one of the Super Game head reps.
Okay.
And they handle it on that end, and we're just force multipliers.
Nice.
Because at that point, all you really need to do is you put the 5 of us, especially the 5 of us, on the field. We know how to move referees around, how to shuffle with them, how to work with, local personalities, and be able to just fit in where they need us to fit in.
Nice.
And bolster the support. Because you never want to go to somebody else's field, another referee's field, and tell him he doesn't know what he's doing. It doesn't work. If you think players are egotistical, talk to a referee for more than 5 minutes, and you'll understand. Especially somebody that's reffed more than just a couple games and really got it. Like he knows what's going on. Fair enough, because he does. The local ref knows his field. Now, from there on, I've seen every variation of you could possibly see. So.
I promise you, the local ref knows more about that field than I will learn in 5 times going there.
Yeah,
correct.
I learned so much from local refs when it comes to either terrain or the way a certain field plays. Like, hey, you might not want to go that way.
Nice.
Sure. So I just want, since you said that, Lisa, I also am, because that is one of my bucket list fields out there. And
I've been wanting to go there for 20 years now.
Haven't gotten to go there, and I'm so looking forward to that. For that one, because of all the stuff going on in the world, it'll just be Cole and I going down now at this point. We were supposed to have 5 guys going out, but you mix as you can. You're versatile. You got to do what you got to do.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
So, to touch on what Patton has been saying, when we don't have a huge squad or anything, we can take any 2 to 5 of our roster and throw them at a game, and they'll be the same. You'll get the same thing. You'll get good refs who are going to know the field, know how to work it, and everything like that. And it's not going to change. And that's another thing that kind of makes us us.
Nice. I like it. Okay. Excuse me. Looks like you have a lot of fans in the audience here.
Yeah,
My friend.
So here's the thing. When I travel overseas, if I go to Mexico or Canada, whatever. So basically, when I go to Europe and play, they're not called refs; they're called marshals. And what they do is they assign one to me, because what happens is so they'll assign a marshal to me. He'll hang out with me, and what happens a lot of times is. Let me get your opinion on this. What happens a lot of times is in Europe, I'm known because I'm known throughout the world, but Europe is not really they don't really foster celebrities. They're not let's grow that. They're not really into that kind of thing. Usually the States, Canada, Mexico, they're really big into the celebrity kind of thing. Europe is fuck you. so I go there, they give me a referee, and sometimes people can be a little bit aggressive to me. But I mean, in a fun way, but whatever else. And so there's been a couple situations where people will overshoot me or whatever else, just because they're who the fuck do you think you are? Okay, fine. Do you guys have a thing, a clause, or something? Sometimes a celebrity can maybe come to a field and think I'm a celebrity, I'm above the law, or where's the 50? I don't care. I'll run past it. Oh, that's me. I'm sorry, but no, I'm just saying. No, but tell me your experiences with celebrities and your job and that kind of stuff.
Can I say it, Patton?
Can
I hope it's not bad. Don't be a dick. That's kind of our philosophy. Don't be a dick.
Nice.
We want to see paintball, but I want to see paintball for everybody.
Yeah. Right.
It's not just your day. And And
Exactly.
as long as you're of the same mentality, even if I don't have to say it to you, you already get it. You and I are best friends.
Right.
When you start to cross that line, it's you and I are gonna go have a talk and drink some water.
I like it.
Cool.
Yeah, I
No.
mean, I've been definitely yelled at a couple times by some people over the past 20 years for being their general ref at big games and other things. And again, it's like, come on, that didn't really hit me. No, it hit you. But so we'll take a walk off the field when we get there. I'll fill your air for you and help you with your pod so we can get you back out there. But you're done.
Right.
No, that's 500 points or whatever, you know. And come on, man. No.
Good.
The way I see it is, I don't care who you are. You can be, President Trump. You step on that field, you're not above the law at all on that field.
Okay.
So
All right, cool.
we're going to treat everybody the same, regardless.
Nice.
And it's also situational based,
Yeah.
So it's our field, for lack of a better term.
Exactly. Listen, I knew the answer. I just wanted the audience to hear it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I just know. Okay. So I just want everybody to know, because listen, there's so many things we can cover, but we don't, like the time kind of thing. And there's certain things that apply to me as far as when I play games that I've seen. And I just wanted you guys to like give me your experiences on that kind of thing too. And I appreciate that. You have to treat everybody the same. There is no celebrities when they play paintball. Everybody's playing paintball. Everybody's out there and everybody's shooting each other. You know what I'm saying? So I want the rest of the audience to know that there's no favoritism with you guys. The player is the player. That's it. And so I'm 100% happy for that.
I honestly, guys, I love most of you, most of you. But I kind of forget your names when you turn around. Not you, Reaper. Like, you have a cool mask. But
Thanks.
I forget most of y'all's names before you walk away from it. Like, as long as we're not, that's how it should be, though. Honestly, like,
Right.
I don't need to remember who you are. Nobody needs to have any it's right here in this moment. I need to yell at you and tell you no, that's not right. And then we can leave it at that. Like, there's no need for this to drag on for us to have any. I forget people. I forget.
What I want, I don't want stories about somebody being a dick. I want stories of somebody doing something stupid and funny. Or making a good move. I want to read those stories, not, this guy was just being a pain in the ass all freaking weekend. Like, no, I don't want that.
Right.
So
there's another neat aspect too of some of the thing with the celebrities. Not even so much celebrities, but one thing I've noticed too over the years: character-based games. Like when they give people certain superpowers, some of what we got to do that we have to watch for isn't so much are they breaking rules, or are they trying to cheat, or does their character involve some sort of thing that could possibly put them into a dangerous situation?
Interesting.
Sometimes we have to stop it, because I had a guy, I think he probably got hit with 4 cases of paint. I ran it. Because there was about 40 people standing on the other side just shooting, and he was pretty much immune to everything. He could only be taken out by like a specific prop. And he fell down to the ground as he was trying to get away, and we kind of all ganged up on him and dragged him off and had to make a ceasefire. So sometimes it's not even stuff like that. Sometimes it's safety stuff with some of the special characters, or even like a celebrity that's given a special thing or some weird stuff. And that's another thing that we carry with us too. Usually somebody has some sort of minor first aid stuff. I just felt like I needed to say it because I'm actually chief of a volunteer fire company. And safety was a big thing for me. And I always felt like, not that many people get hurt on field, but we've had everything from bee stings to rolled ankles to simple stuff. And it's like nice to have like a Band-Aid or an ice pack or something. And we set some stuff aside, and we sort of went over a lot of basic first aid stuff, some real simple things to help us out. So that's another thing we bring out on the field that you don't get with many other things.
I think that's cool. And I think what Cole said was very important. It's everybody's day. You know what I'm saying? Just because it's Patton. I'm sorry, Patton. Well, whoever wants to claim it is okay by me. But it's basically it's the baller's day. It's the player's day, right? Nobody's above anything else. And so when we're out there playing, it's there. They're all there to have a great time. Whether we add spice to the game, whatever it doesn't matter. The bottom line is we're all throwing paint at each other, and we're all just there to have, like this thing. So again, you guys, I really appreciate that. And listen, the reason I brought it up again is I want everybody to understand there's like all these different angles of the thing, and that maybe nobody even talks about it. And that's why I want to bring it up. So
Yeah, appreciate it. Yeah.
I appreciate it.
No, it's really appreciated.
okay, cool. So the first aid issue, yes. At our park in Hollywood Sports, we have a bee issue where, and sometimes the only time they close that area is when people have been like stung. By that time, it's too late.
The bees are such a common thing.
You also have those like stinging nettles out there, don't you? Because I played at SC Village once
Yeah.
years ago.
Yeah,
Nation, and
Dude.
you yelled at me for playing shirtless. Like, oh,
Yeah,
you can get scratched up by this. Like, I play in thorns like this. Come on now.
Yeah. It's stinging nettles, right? But we do have that kind of problem, and then it gets crazy, whatever else. So, are you guys told by the park owners beforehand? We might have a wasp, bee, tick, poison oak, that kind of situation, and
Yeah, sure. That comes into one of those questions I ask. That I've got a lot of experience over the last couple of years in what questions I need to ask and don't need to ask.
okay.
Basically, yeah, that's one of those ones that we learned a while ago. Like, hey, is there anything I should like know that's just separate?
Is there any alligators or
Like anything?
Yeah.
Florida. We're going down
I-
for paintball, so it's called gator paintball.
I remember refereing a 10-man not too long ago, and it turns out there was a skunk living in the 50.
Oh yeah.
that
Some
doesn't
player
come out.
found out the hard way.
That doesn't come out. Hey, can one of you guys like hit up Dread? What's his name?
Rasta.
Rasta?
Yeah, we've been trying.
See what's going on with him. Okay, so let's do this, you guys. Let's bring in some pictures. You guys can tell me. Patton was cool enough to say, "Hey, pop up some pictures here for us," and I said, "Okay." So let me let's go from the top here. All right, tell me who this is. I'm just joking. Hey, it's Mr. Nasty. Never mind.
Who dat?
He's from another show, Mr. Nasty. I get paid $10 every time he pops up. No, all right. So what is this?
Showing off our V2 uniforms we got from Social.
Wow.
So we got custom pants made from. So all right, how that came about is one day I kind of had this idea where I was like, I want Solstice on every part of my body so that when they shoot at me, they have to look at my logo. So it's one of those things that like referees talk about, right? Wearing flashy colors doesn't save you shots from players. It doesn't help, especially in big game. Doesn't make any difference what you're wearing. Waving a flag or not, you're not getting away from them. But now they got to look at my logo when they shoot at me. So
Got it. Yeah.
And the awesome pants. The Social pants, I love these. I think the V2s that they have.
I think he's wearing them right now.
V3.
Really?
I took them off, Cole. Yes,
But I'm wearing.
I did not stop wearing them. I broke them in very quick because the paintball season has been very dry.
Nice. Okay. So you guys have a gift store, or you gotta be a ref to get these?
So anything that has our logo on it is embargoed. You have to go through one of us to order through Israel for specific law stuff like that. But we have been doing.
We have T-shirts and things like that we're slowly getting out.
Very cool.
Everybody, we have all different sizes. Right now we've got one type. We're going to get through those and see if we can get a second run going. But all of those proceeds go back to the team that helps us get handling radios, making sure we have goggles systems that are working.
Nice.
Chronos.
So Nate, I threw you a softball and you knocked it out of the park. Congratulations. Where can they buy your stuff?
You guys can get any of our merch that we're selling through either myself or hit up our Facebook page, and they'll get you in contact with somebody to order it. And we're shipping all over right now. If not, you're definitely gonna be able to pick them up at events. We'll always have a booth running.
Nice. Okay.
If
Cool.
not a
Look
booth, it's our campsite.
I like it.
It's still a booth.
Okay, let's do this all together. Everybody do this with your fingers, please. Ready?
Hey!
Hey!
It works.
It worked.
What up? What
It's like
up? What
it's like
up?
magic, dude. It's like magic. I'm glad you decided
Sorry,
to join the
guys.
show.
Been trying
Yeah,
for a while.
What matters is you're
Really?
here now.
Yeah. I've been
Okay.
trying for a while.
Listen, that can you're using, can you pull the string tighter? I can't hear you.
What can?
All right, brother. All right. Oh, wait. We'll wait for you to finish. Go ahead. All right, cool. So tell everybody who
I'm
you
cool.
are.
What's up?
Yeah, I'm cool too. Tell everybody who you are.
Hey guys, how you doing, man? I'm Dell. Everybody knows me as Rasta, or I'm called Rasta. I've been playing for about 21, 22 years. Been repping for about 19, maybe 20. Started out in Bowie, Maryland. Phil used to be named OA, Outdoor Adventures. They're not in business anymore. Right now, local Phil is Pasadena Paintball, P3.
I like it.
Did
I
he
like
freeze?
it. Cool.
Did he freeze?
I think is he frozen or is he just like really big into pauses?
Dude, he just chills, bro. Like,
No.
I mean, no,
I
listen
couldn't
to-
hear you guys. So
Okay, I thought maybe that was your MO. Like you're really like chill and like yeah.
No, he's chill.
But too chill. You're gonna get stuck. Okay, listen. Hey, look what Lisa says. Lisa Weber says that's her initials, WAL, and she'd like to wear one of your shirts.
at least I'll bring one out for Super Game Indiana. If you hit up the Solstice Law page, you can get us her size, and as long as we got that exact one,
Oh shit!
they're what, 25?
Yes, they are
Nice.
$25. We will
Okay,
make sure you get one.
Nice. Okay, so let's do this. What is
Audio
this?
going crazy.
Aha!
Should I
So-
explain it, or do you want to take it?
Go ahead, Cole. Let's hear your.
We can see
Oh,
you.
so when we were getting the arm pads designed, that's what that is. There is the arm pads. I thought it'd be funny. I love Judas Priest, Anthrax, things like that. So I thought it would be funny if we had breaking the law on the arm pads. So if somebody's like shooting through a window and not seeing that who they're shooting at's already out and not listening, you just put that in their face and the breaking the
Nice.
law kind of stuff. So
Nice. Would you mind humming a few bars? Breaking the law, breaking the law.
I can't say I'm
breaking the
gonna do
law,
that.
Breaking
Nope.
the law. I know
I have
that.
to be
I know,
very drunk for that, and I don't. Think
I know that song. I know the song. That's actually pretty cool. Who's this?
That is our buddy Stretch. He's 1 year in now. He works with me at Lingostown Paintball, one of my local guys. And basically, he's our redneck. Like, he just kind of does anything a redneck can do.
Well, wait, hang on a second. For people in Sweden that don't know what you're talking about,
Right.
what does
So,
that mean?
a
Just look
redneck-
up Larry the Cable Guy.
Yeah, I'm a redneck. So it's okay for me to call him rednecks.
Okay.
So basically, he lives out in the country. He's got a lifted truck. He's a nice, really nice truck. He can start fires out in the woods and fix your pipes if you really need that to happen. Yeah, and anything in between.
Okay, cool. No, he's what's it called? He's a
Right.
modern day what would you call the guy? It's like not a survivalist, but a guy that can take care of it. You can drop him anywhere and he'll just take
He's
care of it.
a Swiss Army knife.
Basically. Yeah.
Exactly. I
Yeah,
like it.
pretty
All
much.
right, cool. All right. And these guys?
All right, so that's
boy.
actually me down in Hawaii for Hawaiian Legends. And then the one right next to me on my right is Michael. He was one of the head refs for CPX. And the other guys and lady are local refs down there in Hawaii.
Nice.
Yeah,
Very cool.
awesome people.
Okay. So and again, there's no like we said about stepping on toes. There's no ego thing where like they go, oh yeah, these law guys. Let's see if they come in with. I mean, they're like, yeah, this is like an enhancement, basically. I mean, so the other refs are not like going like, why do we need them? We can do this. No, I mean that doesn't happen, right?
I hope not. I really hope not. We only ever want to intermingle with your refs to bolster that the play of the game and just to make paintball happen at the best it can. And we can't do that without the local refs. They have an understanding of their local players they're not our normal. They understand their field more. They understand how the business side of it works that we don't need to handle, just to intermingle with them and just make that park shine as best as it can
Nice.
with that event.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're all for the same purpose. Make your facility look great running this event.
Right. Dude, that's
Yeah,
cool.
And the other thing on top of that too is that, like, you know, if we're going to a new field or something like that, we wanna see who the best there are that are there. Be like, yo, you know, we could use you to, you know, help us out at other events and stuff like that. So we're always on the lookout for something like that. We're always on the lookout for one of those all-stars that are good on the field, good with players, good with us, don't have that ego, love the
Nice.
sport and everything like
Nice.
that. So
That's how I got picked up.
Nice.
I
Yeah,
thought we
same
just found you
here.
on the side of the road.
I look like it.
Oh, poor Butterball. Oh well. Anyway, poor guy. What's this?
That is
Wow.
me.
Hey,
I'm very much staring at something and watching a firefight going on, keeping an eye
Nice.
on it. So
Dude, I like the lenses. How'd you get that done?
that is an old. There used to be a company called Goggle Skins about 15 years ago, and they made these. They're, you know, like the screens on the back of like pickup truck windows.
Right.
So it's that same kind of material, and they just made it for paintball masks. So there's like that. There's like devil's eyes. There's camouflage ones, all that. But
Wait.
they're not around anymore,
Dude,
No.
if somebody's listening to the show, I'm seeing a job opportunity here.
right?
I mean, dude,
If somebody will make me one of those, please. Like, there you go. You want to tip me? Get me one of those skins. All right, bro.
oh my
Crap.
Hold on.
You know
I'll
what?
be right back. Hold on.
That blew my mind as much as the bounce cap. You know, did you ever see it, the 100th Monkey? They wore the the bounce cap kind of thing.
Yeah,
It was like such a perfect idea, right? This is an idea that's just sitting around and nobody's running with. That is fucking amazing. Why don't you come on? Let's
show me the inside. Can we see the inside on your camera? Oh, we can't hear it.
oh,
Can we see the inside of them? Can you like?
I'll look
Show
for the
it.
quick. Let me see which one's cleaner. Hold on.
Oh, refs are always dirty, by the way.
exactly. Look at that.
you can see right through it.
Oh my god.
It's like a
dude.
10. It's like a 10.
Okay, listen.
Yeah.
Somebody is listen. I'm way too busy. I got too much shit on my plate. But if
Here.
somebody's got like an entrepreneur spirit, there's a job opening. This is like okay, dude. Wow, what a great idea. All right, cool. Who's this? I'm just joking.
News to me. I don't know
Exactly.
who that is.
Never seen that
Imposter.
picture before.
Dabby. Zach Heyman. He's one of my also local refs. He started refing with us 6-7 months ago. Got his stripes right away, and dude's a pit bull on field. I got to give him that. So the video I sent you too from this event is
We're gonna show you.
he's the first ref on this player. We see this video.
Let's see if we can see this video here. Let me
Yeah,
do
he's the All-Star in this video right here.
Absolutely.
share. Let's see if I can do Chrome and Matrog and then share. And let's see what we can do here. Ready? Can you guys see this?
Oh, yes,
Yeah.
we can.
Yep.
I think that'll be enough. Oh yeah.
Wait.
Something's
Facebook's
happening.
doing its thing.
Wait. We
Facebook's
missed
all
the
screwed up.
we missed the romance part. Hang on a second. Let me start.
Just see my ass.
Oh,
Yeah. And then 3 seconds.
And they time it in that video too, if I remember correctly.
That's the next one, yeah. But yeah, Heyman's the first guy there. So what we're looking at there is it's the final 50 for Bones and Ashes, and at all the Legends events, it's a slapstick final battle. So there's 3 slapsticks that either the field puts in beforehand, or myself and Butterballs and a couple of the other guys go in, slam the slapsticks in. Straight line, breaks it up, 50 on either side, and it's an all-out battle for him. As long as you're creating forward momentum and going for the slapstick,
yeah.
you're allowed to keep moving. You keep getting hit, well, as long as you don't stutter. As
Amazing.
long as my laydown ref doesn't feel like he has to move and grab you and call you out, you're good. You keep moving, and then we count the points that way.
And the other thing from the defending that kind of player who doesn't care about getting shot, our number one rule always applies, but make it suck. If you're the player who wants to go for the slapstick and just embrace the suck for a while, getting
Right.
shot like that, as the player shooting him, make it suck.
Yeah.
At some point, they don't want to continue doing it.
Right.
I had a player at that game look up at me. He's asked me, he's like, "Hey, so what are the rules?" I'm like, and I told him just that, like, keep forward momentum. If you don't stop, you keep going. He's like, "Are you sure?" He's like, "Yeah." 5 minutes later, he just starts walking. He's a big dude, and he just starts walking and just double birds the entire other side as he's walking up there and everything like that. And boom, I'm like, you know what? I'm good. He didn't stop.
Right. Nice.
He couldn't see by the time he was done.
Right. But that's cool. Wow. That's amazing. Yeah, I've always thought about that. Like when I'm watching like the especially it was like Living Legends at CPX and they had the hill.
Yep.
And people were running up the hill, hitting the slapstick, and then there's refs trying to grab them or whatever, because they're tumbling, their masks are coming. Yeah. It's like crazy. You guys, again, man, do you guys draw small lots or something to do that one? Chin strap, right.
Hold on. I'm going to tell you something. No, my guys are
volunteer.
No, we fight. We fight.
That they fight for who's the one that gets to go up there. I have to hold that. No, we can only have 5 or 6. We can only have 5 or 6 out there. You can't all jump out there. Otherwise, my guys would all be over there, and I'd be the only one walking around making sure everybody else is doing stuff.
Wow, dude.
It is a battle to get on that 50, and it's
a point of honor for these guys.
So at Living Legends last year, we had one of their local refs was shadowing us, and she was doing great, and she had young girl, it seems she was 18 or so, and it came to the final battle, and we're all in our camp, and they had been camping with us, and we were all talking about who's going to have the 50, and she goes, "I'll do it." And apparently she hadn't ref very often. I don't know the entire backstory, but we're like, okay, go for it. And she was a brick wall up there. She was doing great, and she was, yeah. So like we like bringing that out, and especially in local refs, like, yo, let's get excited for it. Come on, let's do it. It's
wow, dude, unbelievable. That's and that, you guys, listen. Again, we've all seen that situation where like the refs will yell, "Take a knee." And except for me, I didn't hear it. And I was like walking around, people yelling at me, "Take a knee." I'm like, what? Anyway, but if you look at that situation, that happens all the time, right? We got it on film, which is great, but that happens all the time where people just like the refs dive on these guys, and you guys are throwing yourself again. You just like, I've seen it at an NPPL event. I've seen it at these. I've seen it everywhere. And it's just crazy. You guys are just throwing your body on these guys to protect these other people, and I'm just trying to reemphasize to the audience. You guys have to respect these guys. Look at all the shit they've got to go through, right? There's so much stuff they've got to go through, and like Nappy said about like carrying first aid, that kind of stuff, twisted ankle. These guys are, again, the unsung heroes. And I'm really glad to have you guys on the show, because I really wanted to show the world. Listen, on the ref show, we had a great time. We were complaining about what cold pizza and pay more. I got it. This was kind of more specific, because you guys are really hitting it on the head with a lot of stuff you guys have to go through and that kind of stuff. So I'm really glad we got a chance to talk about this kind of stuff. I got a question. Somebody asked about Butterball. Where did you get your name?
Let's not do this here. If you want to, I will
PG.
tell you the story, but we're definitely not
okay.
going to share that story on here.
So it has nothing to do with the Thanksgiving Day turkey or anything like that.
Absolutely not. It's worse.
Okay, cool. I got it. All right, cool. Okay, let's talk about what you guys do for a living. You're not doing this obviously for a living, right?
No, not anywhere close.
No.
Okay, cool. So Pat, we'll start with you.
All right. Well, so unfortunately, you started with the one.
Who
does for a living? Yeah.
So yeah, I keep a landscaping job during the summer and stuff like that. During the winter, I might grab like a couple months here or there at like a cashier job or something like that, because I have a lot of customer service experience. But I don't keep a full-time career, because to be quite honest, my phone blows up constantly throughout the day for paintball stuff, and I can't keep it in my pocket. So yeah, I just, basically don't keep
Dude, listen, again, look at the sacrifices, right? Think about this. There's a guy's, I think it's his podcast or video thing is called Paintball Ruined My Life, right? That was like this, okay, the show. And then I've always heard the rumors, whatever. If there's people like, again, my wife or paintball, like this. Okay, cool. So you said that you're young, you got no kids, this kind of stuff, but still for you to actually have like some kind of career, you've dedicated yourself to this thing called paintball.
Yeah.
So
last year I repped 38 out of 52 weekends between local fields and events.
wow.
Yeah, if I wasn't reffing a large event, I was at my home field putting in local time with 20 people groups, just trying to spread it. Yeah.
Wow, dude. Congratulations. Hey, thumbs up, man. Good job. And so Knappe, Nappy, whatever. Anyway, I know what your name is. So when you're not a bouncer at Hooters, I'm joking.
No, he would be the waitress.
I'm adorable in tank top.
Exactly.
So I'm actually a plumber, full time.
Nice.
And
Very cool.
That pays the bills.
Okay, cool. I mean, but are you able to like take weekends off or are you in a position where you can just tell them,
all of my bosses have been very gracious with the amount of time off of work that I take.
nice.
And the number one boss is my wife. She makes sure that I'm kept in line when it comes to time off between her, our son, paintball, work, and then just having family time behind all that.
Nice, cool. I like it. Cole, what about you?
Currently unemployed.
Nice. I guess. Are you unemployed because of the current situation and you're getting a nice little paycheck, or
No.
are you just professionally unemployed? Is that what you're talking about?
Not by design.
Okay.
You should ask Nappy what he does.
Well, I'm getting there.
Sore subject for me. Let's not.
All right. You win. Nappy, you're a volunteer fire department firefighter.
Yeah, I'm currently the chief of a small little company in New Jersey, Bamber Lakes Fire Company. Been doing that about 15 years. So, professionally, I work for the county road department at the moment. Trying to get out of it, but it is a consistent, Monday through Friday, 7 to 3:30 type job. So that's what I do normally. But there's a lot of weekend call outs. Sinkholes, bad pipes, and anything you think of road wise, we're constantly getting called. And then, like I said, fitting in all of the fire department stuff. The paperwork battle being chief is fun. And then basically I have 20 people that I'm like, if anything happens, I have to explain why. And that's anything from paper cut to death.
Wow.
So, and right now, huge thumbs up to first responders and everybody, because it's been interesting. I can say that much.
Wow. Right. I agree.
But I do get a certain amount of vacation time. Some things I can't go real far away. I know my travel has been a little bit less than I would like it to be, but I have 2 elderly grandparents that took very good care of me when I was a younger kid. So I stick a little bit closer because they're, getting close to their 90s and still self-sufficient. But, my grandma slipped and fell last year and she broke her pelvis. So, I just want to be, try to be around a little bit more to kind of help them out. So these guys tend to travel a little farther than I do at the moment. I am married. I do have a kid who is, thank God, starting to play paintball because, as you can see, I have a wall of stuff behind me. And if anything ever happens to me, I like to know somebody to play with it.
Nice.
So he's starting to get into it. And then my wife, she supports it. I definitely married way out of my league.
Yeah, you did.
And so I really can't complain there because she's cool about everything. She's a lot of fun with it, and she really doesn't. She doesn't give me a hard time about anything. It's like, oh, you're going this weekend? Okay, good. I got stuff to do.
Nice.
So, yeah,
dude, amazing. Now, all the guys in your group, how many do we have together?
Running. So our group has 65 members.
What?
Yeah. I'd call about 10 to 15 of them are either like OGs, which are guys that used to be in the group and no longer like reffing with us currently, but they can come back whenever they want, wear stripes. Maybe another like 5 to 6 of those guys are prospects that we're bringing in that are learning and are just waiting to put their events in so they can get jerseys and be full members. The rest of the guys are all basically active and have done 1 to 2 events at least within the last year.
At
Nice.
least.
Right. So about 40 guys that are active that we can call on. For Living Legends, we have 30 staff that we had to bring out between all of the mission reps, the field safety reps, the guys that are doing the admin part of it too, because there's those guys in the background who have to do the not safety, cool, badass, this is what I'm here for stuff. Like
Right.
a lot of different jobs that have to get filled to keep the event running smoothly for everybody. So,
Nice. Cool. So Jose, his son was on our show, on the kids show. His kid's name is Nathan. I don't know if you guys saw the kids show, but he plays where I play at Hollywood Sports, and he's actually the one that had all the awards because he plays. He's a snake player. Yeah, so he likes all the guns you've got on display there. Nice. Okay, cool. So when you got these, you said 65.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay.
Give or take.
You've got enough where, like, are they all like Cole that are unemployed? I'm joking. No. You have enough to call on when you always need them. You know what I'm saying? Is that the situation where you're just like,
So to be totally honest, yes and no. Not everybody's schedule lines up at the same time, and it depends, to be totally honest, on the field owners and the event.
Okay.
If I get called on a Friday and the event's the next Saturday, and you want 10 people, 10 people is hard to find in a week in one day.
Okay.
But like Cole had mentioned earlier, if I got to go to you or come back to you and be honest with, I don't think you need 10, I think you just need 5 to make the impact that you're looking for.
Right.
I can always find 5. Always
Nice.
willing to travel friggin' anywhere.
Nice.
Yeah, so
Okay. And then have you guys ever done Canada, Mexico International?
I went up to Commando D-Day the one year. Yeah. The year after, what year was it? 2018? 17 or 18?
Well,
18.
Did I see you up there?
I don't think we ran into each other up there. I knew you were up there, but I don't think we ran into each other that weekend.
You didn't come and ask for my autograph? I'm just
No.
joking. I'm just joking with you. I'm just fucking. There you go. There you go. There's a fuck you. There you go. Exactly.
I did see you at dinner. We had dinner together. I thought we were equal.
Oh, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. No. I'm above you. No, fuck that.
You
Anyway,
are, I know.
all right. Anyway, all right. Listen. Let's do this. Tell me who this is.
So that's actually my girlfriend, Hunter.
Nice.
Playing her computer about 10 feet from us. She started reffing at my local field as well. Ironic. 4 or 5 months ago.
Wow.
And now
What?
she's on. She got her. She actually got her stripes at Bones and Ashes, the last event we had before everything. So
All right. She didn't have like the secret handshake, the inside scoop, because your she had to earn her stripes, right?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Just like we don't have favorites with the players. Like, how could any of the guys here right now we're basically the managers for the whole group. How could we ask them to not have favorites if we're gonna have favorites?
I know.
That creates division.
That's cool. Sometimes when you're having relationships with the upper management, they get people get pissed off. But if you guys can work it out, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, she's the kind of girl that'll throw a Molotov at your face. So I mean, you can have a good luck conversation here.
nice.
That's out of the way.
That's cool. All right. Who's this?
Mr. Cuban. Cole,
He was
go ahead.
on the ref show last time. He was the Unabomber guy.
Oh, the Unabomber, right? Unabomber. I remember him. I got scared looking at
Kicking, by the way. That is kicking, by the way. Unabomber.
Nice. Did you guys? Did you give him a new name? Is that his name now? Unabomber.
Yeah, it's now stuck.
Yeah.
Sorry, buddy.
I give a lot of names. I think that kid that was on the kid show, his name was D-Man. I think he's going to go with Pop Tart now because Pop Tart sounds better. I like that name, Pop Tart.
That's
This guy-
Mr. Rarig, Alex Rarig, right there.
And then that's like a serious commitment on his hand right there.
Yeah. I think he had a friend do that. Actually, she's an artist.
That is so cool. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Fantastic. All right, cool. Let me see what do we got? Okay, and these guys.
All right, so that's Bones and Ashes, and it's the combined Solstice Law family, the Black Ops staff who are the local refs there, and then in the back left there is one of the Mohawk Wardens. They're another traveling ref group out of Carolinas.
They're down the southeast there.
Sorry, Ross and Adam. I'm going to get this wrong, but I think it's in one of the Carolinas.
Okay.
But they're another traveling ref crew that we've worked with at other fields, and we love having them out. They mesh just with us. They have the same mentality. Great group of guys to work with.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
That's cool. That is cool. All right, and the last one here.
So that is actually one of the T-shirts we have for sale. That is our "See You on the 50" T-shirt. But that was us giving a T-shirt away for the Ref Award that we are trying to give away at every event now that we are at the we're the staff for.
What do you mean a Ref Award?
So what it is, it's more of like an overall sportsmanship award that instead of like the commanders choosing somebody from the other side, we take into account every single player at the event, and we choose one based on what we saw, because we like hard play, fair play, and good sportsmanship. Instead of, so when we see something like that in the field, we remember it, we talk to the player, get to know their name, and then we discuss it at the end of the event between us, and we decide who should earn the shirt. Like, it is like the sportsmanship award on top of the sportsmanship award kind of thing.
Okay,
So-
well, hang on a second. Who came up with this idea?
Everybody in the room.
That would be all of
Yeah,
us,
the
really.
president.
We kind of bounce ideas off of each other constantly. My phone's constantly blowing up at 2-3 in the morning because somebody has a great idea.
Okay, so two things came out of the show. Somebody's got to jump on that mask on the goggle thing, and I want to give props to whoever came up with this idea, because I've always thought about that for you guys. Okay, I'm gonna give you all props. All right, I don't have enough candy to go around. Sorry, so I'm gonna give you guys all props here. You guys are the eyes out there. You guys see it, and so every time I see somebody, I saw it happen at Super Game, where one of the commanders, it seems to be more of like a favoritism award and not really a real award, that they gave another team something, and I was like, what? And all the other people were watching and going, what? Like this. To me, it was kind of like, if you're going to give that kind of award, because some people, they love that kind of stuff. They love patches, they love awards, they love accolades, they love congratulations, they love all that kind of stuff, right? And for a commander just to go, oh, I like the boobs on that one, like that, right? Okay, well, it destroys everything that award is meant for. Do you understand? But for you guys to come in and say, we watch the game from beginning to end, we know who these cool cats are, we know who these good players are. Dudes, whoever came up with that idea, congratulations, because that is fucking amazing.
Thank you, Cole. Thank you,
I
Cole.
think the ref one ended up being
Thanks.
a campfire discussion, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think that was a whole bunch of it.
discussions.
Well,
Yeah.
Wow, God, you guys, listen. That needs to catch on to all the refs. That not just this needs to go past your guys. Whoever's watching, that's got to catch on. Every big game has got to have kind of like a, you know what I'm saying, a ref award.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
Nice. Okay, cool. All right, cool. So let me see. Who's Lydell, man?
That's Rasta.
That's right.
That's Rasta right there.
Oh,
And then you got it. I don't know.
I don't think Rasta knows there's a show going on. I don't
Nah.
think I don't know what's going on. Like, I'll be on this show. No, I'll come over here.
He's really chill right now. So having some audio issues, he was saying.
Nice. Okay. Well, chill in Los Angeles probably means something different with you guys, but you know, when you go to the medical place and you know what I'm saying, and never mind. I'm not saying anything
He does live in DC.
I'm not saying anything about indica or sativa. I'm not saying any of that kind of stuff. I'm just saying
Nothing about edibles or vapes or anything like
Not
that.
me. I don't even know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
So
it's weird.
avocados. That's all I'm into. Anyway,
Avocado.
Heyman spelled my name wrong. It's even on the screen, or it was on the screen, but it's so weird. He sees my name all the time, and Heyman still spelled my name wrong.
nice. Okay, cool. So let me take that off so they can see how your name's actually spelled. There we go.
There we go.
All right, cool.
You should
All
ban
right,
that
so
guy.
you guys listen. I can't praise you guys enough. You guys know that, and I'm really glad that we decided to do this extra what's it called, extra ref show, because again, I really think that you guys get beat up. You're underappreciated. You're sent out into the battle, and the thing is though, you guys are players, and I think you'd rather be playing because you know I'm saying you. I mean, I'm not saying you go I don't want to play. You have that same drive and that same drink the Kool-Aid that we have. You know what I'm saying? But then you guys take it to another level and saying, we're going to be really professional and make sure you guys have a really great time. I couldn't do what you guys do. I want to shoot people. You know what I'm saying? And for you guys to take your weekends off where you could actually be playing to help us, great job, man. Just great job.
Well,
Thank
we
you.
always say whenever anybody gets us with a thank you, it's the event wouldn't be there without you guys playing, and you guys wouldn't be playing without us repping. So
Right.
you know, it's a trifecta of we all have to come together to make this happen, and it's a beautiful thing when we do it and everybody's smiling. But I say all the time, the one thing that I look for at the end of the day or end of a paintball day when I look at players is I want to see smiles and shortness of breath, because that means you did exactly what I expected out of you all day. You had a good time and you got your cardio in. You know, you play paintball. I'm happy.
Very cool. Now, before we leave, if you could tell the park owners some things that you would like, not just for you guys, but for all refs in general, what do you think that they should be talking about? Like food, breaks, water? Well, I mean, just give me some, let's throw some stuff out here.
Nappy, you got this one?
I mean, honestly, I can't think of a field that we've been to that we haven't actually been taken care of very well by the staff. I mean, as far as or the field owners themselves, as far as food and water stuff, we usually bring our own little knickknacks and snacks. You know, for like the campsite, got some guys with grills and things. But as far as like during the day, just cycling water around, making sure people staying hydrated. You know, a lot of times they'll feed us like a lunch. You know, I think one of the best things you can do for the refs is definitely have water and possibly some sort of like a Gatorade or a Powerade or something with a little bit of electrolytes in it. And then like a simple meal. Doesn't have to be something fancy, but that goes a long way. There's been plenty of times where it's like nice to just like grab a sandwich and jam it down your neck and get back out on the field. That's probably the best thing I could think of. And accessible bathrooms. That's always a good one. That's just for the players' benefit and the refs' benefit. But yeah, I mean, I don't know if you guys can think of any fields where really we haven't actually been rather taken care of. I mean, I think we've been fed and watered at just about every event.
No, we have, you know, and there's a few places that go above and beyond and to do really well. I have seen other places, you know, in the past, at least, places I haven't been to in a while, where they didn't really do that for the refs. But nowadays, you rarely see that. As far as events goes, when it comes to like big games and stuff, there's enough of the going on that there's a pretty good rotation. There's a lull and stuff, so you can get the rotation of refs off the field to get what they need to. I think from my perspective, I think the bigger issue is tournament side, where they just want them to go, and
Right.
they rarely get the time to, you know, if they get water or food, it's literally like one bite and like a quarter of a drink, you know, a quarter of a bottle of water kind of deal,
Got it.
and they just want them to just hammer them, and it's just nah.
The
do
hydration
that.
thing's a big deal. I've seen
Bad.
plenty of refs pass out.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we're the ones that's supposed to be, you know, making sure other people don't pass
exactly.
out.
Right.
And
Exactly.
you got that guy up there somewhere. Yeah, that guy there, freaking passing out.
All right. Law refs, hang on a second. What does it say? Law refs should be the official refs of Living Legends.
We are.
We are.
You hold me up this year, buddy.
Well, there you go.
Got you, baby.
We've got Australia. Australia says, I am Australian Action Paintball Pro Refs, and we rock. There you go. All right.
Awesome.
Absolutely.
Hell yeah.
Badass out there.
Nice.
Badass.
Rastaman says, what day is it and where am I? No, I'm just joking. I'm just joking. All right. And that's Zach. And then what do we got over here? That's because you're insane, idiot. Dave. How did that one slip in there? All right, cool. All right, cool. Okay, cool. All right, so you guys listen. Yeah, so I'm saying to the park owners out there, make sure they're paid well, make sure they're fed well, make sure they're having enough time that they can rest, that kind of thing, especially on hot days, kind of thing, and make sure there's enough of them. Don't cut corners by just getting 3 refs for like 1,000 players. You know what I'm saying? Make sure there's enough refs out there so everybody, like, you know, everybody's covered, kind of thing, and also at the end of the game, have them come up on stage and acknowledge them, you know what I'm saying? And that kind of thing. Yeah, radios, make sure that they all have radios if they don't have their own radios. So that's my 2 cents worth.
I'll throw my plug in there. Bring our staff out. We'll make your staff a lot happier. We're gonna help them. Yeah, bring us out. That's what they need.
Yeah.
Nice.
Now,
Make
and
everybody happy.
I really, like, honestly, from the field owner's perspective, they all have this passion, this great time, and this great thing about it. I think if I could give advice to any field owner out there, find yourself a really good field manager. Find yourself something that's what they want to do. They want to field manage a paintball field. It's not that they want to be a maintenance guy at some property. They want to run a paintball field.
Nice.
And let that guy do his job.
Nice.
He loves paintball. Let him love paintball, and he'll make you money and make that an experience for the people that come in there. That's right.
Cool. I like it.
Absolutely.
Law is number 1, baby. Can't break the law when we are around. Nice. Okay, guys. So did we think we covered all the bases here?
Absolutely.
I'm happy.
I definitely think so.
Nice. Cool. Nappy, I'm sorry you didn't get to talk so much, but
What you had to say was poignant, though.
Poignant.
no, I'm just joking. All right. So we're gonna find out later how Butterball got his name. That'll be for another show. Maybe ask him when you see him on the field or on the
Definitely
campsite.
ask him.
If you see it, ask him what it means.
Yeah, I'll tell you.
Okay, you guys, listen. So listen, do me a favor, hang out in the green room. I'm gonna close the show, and excuse me. Let's get my video going here, and hold on 1 second. All right, you guys, all the guys watching, I've got I forgot what my list is, but I've got some cool cat. Actually, I've got Yeti. I think I've got Make Your Own Trackswear coming up. He's gonna be one of my sponsor shows. He's gonna be coming up and talking about his product. Did you guys see the paintball documentary with John? Did you watch that?
He's in it
I am.
twice.
Oh, dude, are you serious?
In the
You and
back.
I are
I
special.
am very much not a point in it, but the first opening of Living Legends 10, you can see myself reffing the hill at Living Legends 10 before
Nice.
it left
Cool.
PPX.
So you guys listen, again, thank you very much for everybody's support. We're having a great time doing this. Around the 15th of this month, supposedly they're supposed to be loosening up restrictions in California. So we'll be able to go out and play. And I think we're coming to the end of this. I don't talk about it on my show. So anyway, you guys, we're looking forward to getting out there and playing. And you guys, thank you very much for watching the shows. We got some really cool shows coming up. We've got actually we got a thank you for your service show, and we got a paintball. No, it's the Veterans Militia. They're going to be doing it.
I'm part of that.
So yeah. So we'll make sure
I'm on
that Cole is not involved. And I'm just
That's fine.
there you go.
I'll let them do it. They can
No,
talk about it.
Cole. If you are part of that, do me a favor, PM me, because I'm working out with what was his name?
Chris
Chris?
Rangel.
Chris. Well, not Chris. It was
There's a few others I run. I'm only part of it. I'm not like.
Raleigh
I don't run it.
Lemons and Scott Morrison.
Oh, I've
Okay.
seen that. Yeah.
They're out of Texas. Okay, so do me a favor and PM me. You'll jump into that one. And what I want to do
I
is
don't want to do that one. That's all them. Because I'm not. I don't run it. Like I'm not. I'm very
All right,
small part of it. So
you know what? Doesn't matter. When we do the show, you're coming on though. Okay. Doesn't matter. You've already opened your mouth. Too bad. You're coming on the show. All right.
I will walk
so,
off the show.
You'll walk off good. And you can too. Take your Yeti and walk off the show. Exactly. All right, you guys. So we got a bunch of great shows coming up. So again, thank you very much for all your help and support. You guys hang out in the green room. I'll see you in a minute. And let me start my video up here.
Thanks,
Bye,
Jacob.
guys. Shoot
Later,
you soon.
Guys.